I am going to shower every single one of you with abundant magic dust and intend that as a result of this live that you see a change in the circumstances of your money. And that's my intention, because you know, the thing about money is it's a lot easier than we think it is. So let's sort of get right down to it. It comes down to one thing, right? Plenty of money or a lack of money comes down to our thoughts. Yikes. The amount of money each of us has is based on whether we're thinking more about plenty of money or whether we are concerned about a lack of money. And I know that can be really tricky for many of you, because I've been reading all the questions that have come in. But what I want to say to you is this: I have been there. If you are in the currently lacking money, I have been there, and I had to get myself from a lack consciousness to a wealth consciousness. And I did that over 1 year. Now, 1 year because no one was there to tell me what to do. I had to work it out myself. I had to work out the practices and everything to get so that I could change my money. And I could see things changing. And you know, we started this live with a whole lot of affirmations. Many of you would have seen those affirmations. And affirmations play a huge part, a really, really big part. For a start, they help cancel out any negative thoughts you've maybe had about money, but also they help increase the money in your life. So, financially free or in debt, you know, that can be the difference too. You can afford something or you can't afford something. All of those things are playing a part. So the state of your money, our money right now, is directly related to what we've thought before. And we have to change our thinking. This is the only way to do it. We have to change our thinking to change the circumstances. Now, it's not about going and getting a third job, second job. It's not about slaving, you know, in a job for the rest of your life to try and have money. It just isn't about that. When you change your thinking, then you have all of these opportunities come to you which involve more money. So maybe you get offered a promotion in a job that you're at, or maybe another company buys you at a way greater price, or, you know, it just can be anything. It can be a windfall, it can be any kind of situation. But if your thinking is more about plenty of money than a lack of money, then by the law of attraction, you absolutely have to change the circumstances of your money. So, affirmations are incredibly valuable. Your imagination, invaluable. Make-believe, pretend, fake it, all of those things will change your money circumstances. These are all mental states, by the way, because they're mental. Your imagination is a mental state. This is not action. This is not action states. You are doing all of this mentally. This is a mental universe. Use the mental power in your life for your life, okay? So, our physical world is the result of our mental thoughts. So go to the cause of all the manifestations in the world, and that is thought. And so all you have to do is change your thinking. I mean, it's not crazy, right? It's not, you have to come up with $1 billion idea, because you know what? You change your thinking and you could get $1 billion idea if that's really what you wanted. Okay, I mean, I remember the girl who did, do you remember that girl's name from Spanx? She asked for $1 billion idea. And she got the idea of Spanx. Yeah. Sarah Blakely. Thank you. So, it can come in any which way. But one thing that I want to share with you, just so you understand the power of your thoughts, is something that I heard or read years ago, and it was from a wonderful teacher. And I want to share it with you because it really had a big impact on me at the time. It just changed my life completely because I realized how powerful my thoughts are. And so my thoughts just came first with absolutely everything in my life. So what I'm going to share with you is the result of law of attraction and focused thought compared to action. Okay, so if you do 17 seconds of focused thought, that is equal to 2,000 hours of work, which is about 1 year. If you do 34 seconds of a focused thought without any contradictory thought whatsoever, 34 seconds of a focused thought, that is worth 20,000 hours of work, which is about 10 years of work. 34 seconds of focused thought. 51 seconds of focused thought is worth 200,000 hours of work, which is 100 years. And 68 seconds is worth 2 million hours of work, which is 1,000 years. Now, focused thought is not allowing any other thought to come into your mind. But you can see how important it is that we think before we take any action. Can you see how important it is that in your day, somehow, somewhere in your routine, that you choose a couple of moments to close your eyes and to absolutely focus on what you want? I mean, it's just, you have so much power, and this is the way that you deliberately create your life. We can't, just go around in our life reacting to the way things are, because the way things are is what you've thought before. What we have to do and what you have to do is you need to think about the way you want things to be as though you have it now, and then it will be your life.